What's up, everybody? JVille Sports here with my Sports Picks video NFL edition. It is Saturday night, November the 16th. We are definitely feeling all right. Hopefully you guys are doing the same. So thank you guys so much for being here. Every time I release a video, we have more and more people tuning in. So welcome. If you're new here, what I like to do with the NFL, try to do something a little bit different for each sport. With the NFL, it's my favorite sport to do teasers with. So what I do is a long shot teaser. It's my way of giving you guys a bunch of different teaser options. But what I do is I put them all together and call it my long shot teaser. We've hit it once this year. I'm hoping to hit it a few more times before the season ends. I really like this week's attempt. So that's what I do with the NFL. And of course, towards the end of the video, I'll also give out one of my favorite straight bets of the day. And that will wrap it up. So let's go ahead and get into the action. First, we'll go ahead and recap what we did on Saturday. Check out what we did on Saturday. We had an absolutely amazing day with our straight bets. Check this out. We went 7-1. This is between college football, college basketball, the NBA, and I even threw some soccer in there as well. This is what it's all about, killing it in each and every sport. That, like I said, this is my favorite time of the year when you can take a little bit from each sport, put them all together, and just have amazing days. So this is what we had. We had Iowa on the money line. They were at home against the undefeated Minnesota Gophers. They won that game. We had Temple and Tulane first half under. That one easily came through. We had Utah State. I actually had this one on the long shot parlay. I could not figure out why this line kept dropping. But they did only win by 6, but it was good enough to cover the spread. We had Auburn +3. That was yesterday's free play of the day. Unfortunately, that did not come through. Auburn dug themselves into a hole. They got down 21-0. They made a comeback, got it to 14-21, and were driving to tie the game, but they just could not get that last touchdown. So that was our only straight bet loss of the day. We had Belmont and college basketball. They came through. They were only a 1-point favorite, and they won easily. We had St. Bonaventure. They were +9. They were actually outright winners as a 9-point underdog against Rutgers. We had the Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA -7. That was another blowout. We had Croatia on the money line in soccer. They easily won. So we just had an awesome day in all sports with our straight bets. Like I said, 7-1 in one day. Absolutely killing it. So that's what we did yesterday in the Village. So if you're not receiving my daily newsletter, this is what you're missing out on. Plays in every single sport, and we put them all together. I ship them out into a nice email, and that is what we do over in the Village. So if you're missing these plays, I'll talk about my website here in a second. You could have received all of those plays for just a few dollars. That's how cheap I make it. But let's go ahead and move on to the NFL. We'll go ahead and recap last week's long shot parlay, long shot teaser, I should say, and then we'll go into this week's. So last week in the NFL, if you remember, it was an absolutely crazy Sunday. We had massive upsets. So this was last week's long shot teaser. We had the Chiefs +1. Patrick Mahomes came back. I thought they would easily beat the Tennessee Titans, who just have not looked good at all year long. The Chiefs defense has been playing better of late, but it looks like once Mahomes is back into the lineup, looks like they relax a little bit, because Tennessee had their best offensive performance, I think, of the year. So Kansas City went down. That was a great game to watch, actually, back and forth game. But in my opinion, that was a pretty big upset, even though it was only a 5 or 6 point spread. The New Orleans Saints, this was a massive upset. They were double-digit favorites at home. It was against a division rival in the Atlanta Falcons, who just looked dead in the water before last week. They were coming off a bye, so they definitely got their act together. If it was in Atlanta, I definitely could have understood it, but the Saints only scoring 6 points at home to this terrible defense, just a head-scratcher there. So that was another big upset. We had the Ravens -3, easy win against the Bengals. Packers and Panthers over 40.5. This one finished at 40, so we missed it by half a point. We had the Rams and Steelers under, easy under. Vikings +10. They were underdog outright winners on the road against the Cowboys. So it went 3-3. Like I said, I just did not see the Chiefs and Saints losing, and we missed that over by half a point. So okay attempt, 3-3. but we're definitely looking to hit these. So that was last week. We'll go ahead and turn that page, quickly move on to this week, so we don't make this too long of a video. But I really love this week's attempt. I think we can hit this one, but I've said that a few times before, and with the NFL, you just never know. So let's go ahead and get right into it, starting with the Dallas Cowboys. So Matthew Stafford has been ruled out for the Lions. The spread has moved from Cowboys -2.5 all the way to 7. So with the teaser, it just drops it back down to 0, basically. I just don't see Dallas losing this game. They're coming off that home loss to the Minnesota Vikings. We should have a pissed off Dallas team. And like I said, Detroit without their quarterback, I mean, they're not that great to begin with. I see Dallas winning this game. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Colts under 50. So it looks like we're going to be getting 2 quarterbacks back from injuries. Nick Foles, he got hurt game 1 of the season, so he's coming back for the Jaguars. Definitely going to be rusty. I think they're going to be conservative with him. We have Jacoby Brissett coming back for the Colts. He only missed about a game and a half, so not a long layoff for him, but still he's coming back from injury. So I think both teams a little bit conservative. Both quarterbacks got to get their groove back a little bit here. So I think this game overall is going to be under. Both teams have pretty good defenses, and offenses really haven't been lighting up the board. So I like this game staying under. So given the 7 points makes it 50. We have the Minnesota Vikings -3. So this is definitely a flat spot for the Vikings. They went on the road and beat a tough Cowboys team as underdogs. Now they're coming back home, and they have to get up for a bad Denver team. Non-conference game. You have to question their motivation here. Are they going to bring the intensity when it's all said and done at home? I think they find a way to win this game. But 10 points, we've seen that line drop a little bit from where it was. But I think with the teaser -3, I definitely like the Minnesota Vikings to cover that. Next, we have the Miami Dolphins at home against the Buffalo Bills. The Miami Dolphins all of a sudden are covering machines. Ever since Fitzpatrick has been named the starter once again, this team has looked good. I mean, obviously, with the moves this team has made, they're not trying to win this season, but the players on the field, they're trying to win every single game, despite what upper management is trying to do or wants. Most players in the league are going to fight every single Sunday. It's a pride thing, and this Miami Dolphins team hasn't looked half bad. Buffalo, on the other hand, offensively, we know this team struggles. They have a good defense, but offensively, this team has trouble putting points up on the board. I just don't expect them. Plus 13.5. I don't expect Buffalo to win by 2 touchdowns on the road, the way that offense has been playing. So I love the Dolphins here, getting the 7 points, making that 13.5. Next, we have the Oakland Raiders -5. Talk about bad teams. The Cincinnati Bengals are a complete mess. This is definitely a team not trying to win. The players on the field don't look like they're giving much effort. Oakland Raiders have been playing well this season. They need as many wins as they can, especially against bad teams, if they want to make a playoff push. So this line is currently -12. Drop that down by 7, makes it -5. Oakland -5 at home against the Bengals. Should be easy pickings. San Francisco 49ers -3. So they're coming off a tough division game against the Seahawks, in which they lost their first defeat of the season. So we've seen the line drop from 14 down to 10. San Francisco is dealing with some injuries, so we'll see how that affects them here. I would definitely lay off this game, or I would have laid off this game if they would have found a way to beat the Seahawks. But with this comeback the Seahawks made to win that game, I like Frisco here to bounce back at home, -3. These two teams played not too long ago, and it was a close game. I think it was closer final score-wise than it really was. San Francisco really controlled that game from start to finish. The Cardinals made kind of a late run in that game to make it look close, but San Francisco, I don't think there was really any doubt that they were going to win that game. And now they're at home. Last game was at home, so they haven't had to do any traveling. Arizona was in Tampa Bay last week, so now they have to travel back across country for this game. So I like San Francisco. I definitely think it's a close game. I agree with the line move from 14 on down. But I think taking this all the way down to 3, I think San Francisco will find a way to win this game. Last but not least, you guys know I like to add the Sunday night game. And my favorite angle in this game is the total. I like this game to stay under 47. Injuries for the Los Angeles Rams offensively, even without the injuries, this team has just not been good all year long offensively. The Chicago Bears have been historically bad. I just don't know where the points are going to come from in this game. We have two good defenses, two top 10 defenses, and we have two of the worst offenses in the league. So I am very, very curious to see how this game will go over 47. If it does, I just don't see it happening. Not a whole lot more to say about that. These two teams played last year, and it was a low-scoring game that was in Chicago. Not the greatest weather, we know. So definitely will be a lot better here in LA. But I still think the result will be similar, just with how bad these two offenses are performing. So I'm going under 47 in that Sunday night game. If the other 6 games come in, we can definitely hedge our bet a little bit. We can see how the first half goes, maybe make a halftime play, but we'll see when that time comes. But like I said, I like all of these plays. So it's going to be Cowboys just to win against the Lions on the road. Jaguars, Colts under. Vikings -3. Dolphins +13.5 at home. Raiders at home -5. 49ers at home -3. And the Bears and Rams Sunday Night Football under 47. That is this week's long shot teaser. We'll see if we can make it happen this week. 125 will pay out $1,000. So for those of you that are a part of the village, I'll be breaking this down a little bit. I'll be giving you guys my best teaser. I don't necessarily recommend you guys go with the long shot teaser. I would recommend picking out your favorites and doing smaller teasers. Even though it is a teaser, the more you add, the more difficult it's going to be. It only takes one side to lose. So I would recommend doing smaller teasers. For those of you that are a part of the village, when I give out my daily newsletter tomorrow for Sunday, I'll definitely have my more for sure teasers, smaller teasers, and all that good stuff, along with my favorite parlay, moneyline parlay, and my best straight bets. But I'll go ahead and give out one of my favorite straight bets in just a second here. First, I do want to mention my website, JVilleSportsPicks.com. The village is growing each and every day. Welcome to all you new villagers. If you are not a part of the village yet, you are missing out on my daily newsletter each and every day. I just showed you what we did with our straight bets today on Saturday. I'm giving out plays every single day in either the NFL, college football, college basketball, the NBA, NHL, and you even see I've been throwing in some bonus soccer picks here and there. So we are giving out plays in every single sport, every single day, and we are just making it happen. So missing these plays, go to JVilleSportsPicks.com, hit the big blue button in the upper right hand corner. It'll take you to a page with a list of different packages that are available. Pick out which ones suit you the best. Like I said, I make them super cheap. You can get all my picks in all sports each and every day for just a few dollars a day. That's how cheap I make it. So if you're interested in more than just a free play I give out here on the channel, definitely check out JVilleSportsPicks.com for all the rest of that content. Let's go ahead and move on to today's free play of the day. It is going to be in one of the games I had in the long shot teaser, and that game was the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road against the Indianapolis Colts. I had the under in the long shot teaser. For today's straight bet, I am going to go, or I should say Sunday straight bet, depending on when you watch this video. I'm going to go with the first half under in that game, and that's at 21. And it's pretty much for the same reasons that I mentioned already. We have Nick Foles coming back from a long layoff. The last time he played was week 1. We're in week 11 already. So he has had a long layoff coming back from an injury. So we know he's going to be a little bit rusty. It's going to take him some time to get back into the speed of things. Doesn't matter how long you practice for. Game speed is definitely different, especially when you're going up against a defense that's game planning against you instead of going up, against teammates in practice. So I think Jacksonville is definitely going to get off to a slow start offensively. In addition to that, I think their play calling is going to be more on the conservative side. Some easy throws, a lot of running the ball. Leonard Fournette has been a beast so far this year, so they're definitely going to use him a lot. I think once the game gets going a little bit, maybe they'll open it up a little bit more. That's why I like the first half here. I think the first quarter especially is going to be super low scoring, and that will continue for the first half. The Indianapolis Colts, they're also getting Jacoby Brissett back from injury. Like I said, he only missed a game and a half. I think he probably could have played last week, but they decided to hold him out one more game. They were at home against the Dolphins, and they definitely paid the price as the Dolphins went into the Colts building and beat them. That was another major upset. Not a game that I had any part of. I was definitely surprised the line stayed double digits considering Hoyer was starting. That was definitely curious to me, but the Dolphins as double-digit underdogs go into Indianapolis and beat the Colts. But like I said, they get Jacoby Brissett back. He's been good all year long, but even so, I think they are going to be a little bit conservative as well. A lot of running the ball early in the game. Get him back up to speed as well. So I love the first half here under 21. As long as we get some field goals here instead of touchdowns, this should easily stay under 21. Obviously, it's going to take at least 3 touchdowns plus another score to go over, and I just don't see that happening in the first half, considering everything that I just mentioned with both quarterbacks coming back from injury, conservative game planning. So no weather here. They're playing in the dome, so nothing to consider there. I'm just basing this totally on what I think both offenses are going to be doing. So I'm going to go with the first half under 21 between the Jaguars and the Colts for Sunday's free play of the day. And that's going to wrap up the NFL video. Short and sweet. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the long shot teaser. We're going to root for the Jags and Colts under 21 for our first half free play of the day, but that's going to wrap it up. Like I said, if you're interested in more than just a free play I gave out here on the channel, definitely go to JVilleSportsPicks.com for Sunday. I'm definitely going to have obviously NFL, college basketball, NBA, hockey, and who knows, maybe another soccer play as well. We're pretty much fully loaded each and every day. So if you want to add more picks to your arsenal, look no further than the Village. Go to JVilleSportsPicks.com, sign up for that daily newsletter. The link is down below in the description and in the comment section of this video. While you're down there, give this video a thumbs up, help support the channel. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Enjoy your guys' Sunday. Hopefully you guys have had an awesome weekend so far, and hopefully it continues. But I'll definitely see you guys very soon with my next video. Good luck.